Welcome to our 2021 Black History Month virtual Rosa Parks birthday recognition celebration. This year, we've created a video montage about the power of one who moved and mobilized so many. Thank you for joining us, and we hope that you enjoy this special presentation. Reflections on the Rosa Parks Project, celebrating a legacy of inspiration, determination, courage, and love.
Right on, King Jesus, right on. No man can hinder me. No man can hinder me. No man can hinder me. Right on, King Jesus, right on. No man can hinder me. No man can hinder me. No man can hinder me. No man. I can't give up now. Said I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me.
Tradition is honoring our ancestors with everything that we begin. And I think it's most appropriate as the semester begins in our first 2 weeks that we give honor and respect to this amazing woman who had the courage to make a difference. Everyone has personal power.
The message that I have today is about sitting in the back. During the period of segregation, people were forced to sit in the back of the bus because of the law. Mrs. Parks broke that tradition through her act of courage.
It's a thrill to see that Mother Parks' legacy is continuing here today, not only in this beautiful memorial, but also in all of you, because every single one of us is her legacy.
Because people fear what they don't understand, and society doesn't want to understand a strong woman.
As we remember Rosa Parks, we remember a lifelong activist dedicated to freedom. Many know that she was a major spark to the civil rights movement when she was arrested on December 1st, 1955, for refusing to give up her bus seat. But her activism did not begin or end on that day. Rosa Parks was involved in community uplift and social justice work her entire life. She served as secretary for the Montgomery chapters of the NAACP and the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters and Maids, and she remained committed to social justice work throughout the 20th century. This was seen especially in her commitment to education and the youth. We are honored here at Mesa College to celebrate Rosa Parks' lifelong legacy.
What this means to me is that it doesn't matter who you are, man, woman, child, elderly, infant, it doesn't matter who you are. You can create change just like that. Within a 5-second decision, you can create change.
And one of the things that I think is really important about what she's done is her silent courage, right? And so I know that's very important for our students to realize that there are many ways to take a stand, to make a contribution, and to represent the core values of our country and our Mesa College in general.
Celebrating Rosa Parks at Mesa College has an even greater symbolic meaning because she was part of Mesa College in many, many ways. In the evening of December 1st, 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama, when she was just too tired to obey an ordinance that said that if a white person came onto a bus, black people would have to move. And so she decided to remain seated. that resulted in her arrest. And despite all of the efforts that had gone before to try to overturn Jim Crow, segregation, and all of these horrible laws, it was that act that really ignited, set fire to the whole civil rights movement and pulled in Dr. Martin Luther King and other people. So one never knows what it is that you can do, either together or alone, that can bring about a great change in America.
That one brave act that defined so many moments in the civil rights movement, but it's an act that we can choose to have every single day.
She was such a big part of Mesa's campus and has been here a number of times, and I think that we've really taken to heart that message of bravery that it takes to not give in and not give up. And it's really a part of our legacy. So to continue to lift her up and her story up and keep her memory alive with us helps us do that with our students and keeps inspiring us to be that way for our students every day.
When her brother was drafted for service, Rosa watched and took careful notes on how he and many others were denied their right to vote. Some said it was too dangerous, too risky because several had died. In an environment so hostile and dismissive, many others wouldn't even try. Rosa fueled her frustration into activism, resilience, and strength, which would give her what she needed to keep from giving up that fateful day. There was more at stake in that moment than just defying segregation law. It was a stance against systemic racism and the structures that protected discrimination. It was a stance against lynching and acquittals and the differential treatment against Black peoples. When ordered to give up her seat to a white man on that very day, Rosa thought for a moment about the violent death of a young boy named Emmett and all the violations inflicted upon her people. She had been pushed far enough, and so she decided to stay. So, as a lifelong activist, as to tell her story time and time again, Miss Rosa would simply state that the only tired she was tired of giving in.
We are honored here at Mesa College to celebrate Rosa Parks' lifelong legacy.